Spencer Basin, and you're watching Out of the Fast
We're
Lane.
here with Joey Kriss at the Viaport Mall. Joey, you're the flagger at Fonda, you're the flagger here at Jerome, you're the flagger at Dodge City, you've done flagging at Croker Creek, you've done flagging at Glen Ridge, you've done flagging Short Track Super Series. You're everywhere, but I gotta say, you're here at the Viaport Mall. First off, how was your day going?
Day has been great, Brady. It's good to see everybody back. It's good to see everybody who races come back here to a general point, all get together. Seen a lot of familiar faces that I haven't seen in 5 or 6 months. Really a great deal what we do here at the Viaport for this.
Absolutely, and we're getting ready to go for 2023. You've been busy already at Short Track Super Series. The weather hasn't been the greatest, but you guys got to go to Sealands Grove last week and race there. But you've got to start your season off as a flagger. I'm sure it's a little different prepping than a race car, but I'm sure you've been pretty busy.
Every racetrack, there's something different, and every race, there's something different. It's one of the deals with flagging. You know, what I was taught when I was younger by one of my first mentors in flagging was, don't ever think you've seen it all, because the next time you're up there, something's going to happen you've never seen before, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Now, traveling with the Short Track Super Series, you get to visit a lot of racetracks. You meet a bunch of people. You go to different fan bases. Heck, you're going down to Florida. You go down to Carolinas. Getting to go to all these different tracks as a flagger, I'm sure it's got to be pretty cool.
It is really cool. It's literally a dream come true for me. I have been to, in the last 3 years, a ton of racetracks that I never even thought I was going to go to, let alone be on the flag stand at. So, and a big thanks goes to Brett Deo and to BDR for the whole deal with taking a shot on me.
Now, when did you get started in flagging, for the people that don't know?
Oh, probably the bleachers at Fonda. That's where I started, probably 1985 or 1986. My mom sewed me a set of flags, and I would go down in the bleachers and do my thing in turn 4. I got noticed actually by the Montaneros, Paul and Andrew at Dodge City back in 1992. And Paul came up to me and he was like, "Hey, you want to go flag at my track? I'm opening up a go-kart track. You want to go flag?" And it's like, I'm all for it, but you got to talk to my mom about it. And talked and found out that we actually are related, the Montaneros and myself. So we're second or third cousins down the line somewhere. So that worked out, and from there we flagged there for 20 or 25 years, and then the opportunity came at Fonda in the late 90s when the track changed over. Rick Lucia and Marty Beverwick gave me the backstretch starter's job, which was great foot in the door. And then 2015 with Matt DiLorenzo. He gave me my first shot at the stand full time. So, and actually that's partially correct. 2014, the Demotrazics at Glen Ridge, Matt and Pete, asked me to come up and work when Mike Soul had the track, and come up and flag for them in 2014. That's the first dirt track that I worked at. And then Fonda came in 2015.
Now, what's the hardest part of being a flagger? You get to go to all these different tracks. There's a lot of classes, a lot of drivers, a lot of accidents happen. There's a lot of stuff that you got to keep an eye on. What's the hardest part of it?
You got to keep your head. No matter what happens on the racetrack, no matter how drivers may get under your skin, you can't ever let them know they got under your skin when you're on the stand. The other challenging thing is sprint cars. Actually, keeping track of a leader in sprint cars, I find to be a little difficult at times.
Hey, I'm an announcer. I announce the CRSA sprint cars. It's the same thing here.
That's when you're thankful you have the radio and you can radio up when they have problems. All in all, though, we have some great racers, some great organizations, racing organizations here in this area. Mike Imhoff with the sprints. Always a pleasure to work with them. One of the best you're gonna see.
Now, what's your overall goal as a flagger? What do you want to do? Like, what's your highest goal? And then, I'm sure you're probably already doing it, but how do I word it? If you're gonna leave your mark on the world, what do you want it to be?
I pretty much, honestly, I am very happy with where I am right now. As a kid, this is what I've always wanted to do. From the first time I went to Fonda, I think when I was 4 or 5 years old, my mother will tell you, I spent more time watching the flag stand than I spent watching the cars. So that, as far as where I want to where I want to be and what I want to do. I'm not so sure that I want to do anything above where I am now. I am very happy doing what I do, and I'm even happier that the fans like what they see when I get up there. And the promoters, obviously, that they like what they see when I get up there too. So
Now, for the little kids sitting in the front in the grandstands, that was you years ago. What would you say to them to get them up there?
don't ever give up on your dreams. If you want it, it's possible. That's what I can. There were times when I was down and out throughout this period, especially at the beginning, when I was like, I don't know if this is ever going to work, if it's ever going to pan out. Things happen. Stuff happens. Most of the time you're in the right place. Hopefully when it happens, you get asked to do stuff, and then from there it just goes on.
Absolutely. Joey, Kriss, hanging out at the Viaport Mall at the Fonda Car Show. Have fun this season. I'm sure there'll be a couple times this year I'll probably hop up on that stand with you like I do every year.
Come on down. You're
All
always
right.
welcome.
All right. Thank you again.